All right, we got the inspired part. Now let's get to work. Hey, we good here? Good. I'm getting back to work.
Yeah.
Hey, we good.
Yes, I
Welcome
think
to the Purple Pill Podcast. This is episode 60 of the Purple Pill Podcast. I'm your host, Robert. I'm with my co host, Darren, and with my other co host, LA. So, this podcast is going to be dedicated to spoiling the Batman, the new movie by Warner Brothers that they just put out.
What
All
do you
three
mean
of us,
spoilers?
what'd you say?
Oh, spoilers.
spoiler alerts.
I was
Spoiler
gonna say
alerts.
y'all not gonna blindside me on this podcast. My
So
bad. I
yeah,
didn't
so
mean to interrupt.
this whole podcast is to spoiling that movie. So if you haven't seen the movie, go see the movie. Yes, it's a long movie. We promise you it's worth it. Um
Best superhero alive, baby.
Especially if you get some comfortable seats.
so yeah,
Especially
definitely get some comfortable seats.
if you think Spider-Man's the best superhero out and your name rhymes with scary and you're wrong, trash, watch it again.
Calling them
Calling them
out.
out. Calling everybody out.
Go ahead. Look, let me finish. We got. I'm sorry.
What else we got, Rob?
So let's get right into it. What do you guys think of the movie?
I think you shouldn't compare it to Spider-Man. That's first things first.
That
But
is true.
I think it
Preach,
was a
Darren.
great movie.
Preach,
I
Darren.
think it's not.
It's not the same thing.
It's
Apples and
a,
oranges.
Spider-Man is the third installment into something, and they brought the nostalgia back from other movies. Sorry if you haven't seen Spider-Man, but yeah, I'm going that too.
That's your fault, I know.
Yeah. And then Batman is the first installment of a great movie, great cinematography, amazing cinematography, great storyline, um, just great acting. Everything was done great. And it was great. It was worth 3 hours. 100%.
100%. I don't think you can compare Batman to Spider-Man for a very basic reason. Batman don't got superpowers. So if you're looking for this dude to go outer space or have spider senses or to be able to walk on walls without it being with technology, this ain't the movie for you. If you're not looking for suspense, for detective, for gadget, for the twist, you're in the wrong genre. I'm sorry.
It's definitely not a Disney movie. That's what I was gonna say.
It's not the regular Disney movie.
It's not a Disney movie at all. There's not no Marvel movie that came out that's this dark.
And you know,
I mean dark. Not just film dark.
I don't like the whole comparing or saying Batman's dark. Like I get it. It's very grunge. It's very the atmosphere is dark. I do agree with that though. The atmosphere in this one is very dark.
They built the world. Here's my first
It's
spoiler.
brooding. You can feel the anger. You feel
You can feel the
the
power.
pride.
You can feel the power that nobody really had. Like as much as Bruce Wayne is a rich kid, like a rich person, you can tell he doesn't use that power. So everybody's like, well, like if you don't use the power, you don't have it. Meanwhile, the mafia has like that grabs hold of that shit, and then you got the cops, bro. One dude head exploded. He said, "You about to
Yo,
cause shit." He was
yo.
like, he solved two riddles, and the third one, he was like, "Oh no, no, yeah, I'm dead." Fuck it.
So
He's like,
without spoiling it too much, that was one of the most intense scenes to me.
That was my favorite scene in the whole movie.
Like
LA,
I don't know.
tilt your laptop up just a tad bit.
um the reason why that scene was for me so powerful, like that man has a family, children, a wife, a community that he upholds, and when he was going to snitch, this man was so afraid, not just for himself. He said, "Fuck that. I have I have a wife, the same children he's trying like this man is in so deep and he knows it
Yeah.
that if he was to even contemplate it, his whole generation is wiped off the map. Like when you guys said this shit is dark, like I agree, it is dark.
Bruh, I don't know if we was all watching this movie with each other. I don't know if Rob realized, but when that shit happened, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
like
it's over.
I was like, I jumped. I was like, oh no. I was like, that was the turning point of like, okay, this is dark. To oh no, this is
Crazy.
different. This is different.
It started off with a murder. Didn't the movie start off with a murder? Like you had not even 5 minutes and bodies are dropping. And you know, I've watched a lot of. At first, I don't know. Are we allowed to talk about? Like, do I have to bounce around sexually explicit material?
Dude, just talk about it. Talk about your favorite parts.
Okay, but like when the dude first dropped the body and like you know he was on top of him about to do whatever else he was about to do after banging his head over him. Like I just felt sick. Like when they panned the camera, like it went to worst case scenario in my head. I'm like, what's he about to do to this body, bro? Like this is gross. Like I felt sick because like I didn't know what to expect about this movie. I didn't know nothing about the Scarecrow for real. Like the Scarecrow they're about not Scarecrow, the Riddler that they're about to introduce in this movie. I didn't know he was about to be off the chain. Like they just trying to outdo Joker off the chain with him or what? Like I was afraid.
You were afraid? That's actually fantastic. I mean,
yeah, I was afraid. I didn't know what was about to happen.
But
I like that.
The moment with that was when I was like, oh, y'all got me 100%.
Yeah.
Like y'all got me. Like y'all got me. I'm good. I'm ready for this. I'm ready.
Even like Catwoman's backstory with her mother, that shit shattered my heart. I was like, damn, bro. Like
he did such a good job of telling how that city really affected
everything was interconnected.
And how it affected everybody. How it just affected everybody.
But Darren explained it great when we were off camera about like how everybody in most rendition of Batman, you hear about the Waynes who got killed. There were these great people. They always donated this shit. Like in this movie, they talked about their dirt, and they had some dirt.
Yeah, and you had to question like, oh,
damn, they wasn't even good people.
Yeah, or no, I think that was still that was still a good person who just got caught up in some bad shit. That happens with people all the time.
But do that make you a good person?
Yes.
Do it?
You did it for the right reason.
Did he do? Yes. What was the right reason? His wife to be seeing crazy shit? Yes. So that's the reason.
He did it for his family. He didn't do it.
So all these people were doing shit for their family or not? Are they wrong? Yes. And that's what the blurred line is in this movie, man. I don't know. You gotta see the black and white. Batman don't see it.
That was the thing that me and Dom was talking about last night. And I told him like 100%. If I saw this as a kid, I don't know if I would be a Batman. Like this was the first movie I saw as Batman. I don't know if I would have been cool as a Batman fan.
But this ain't for kids.
You can 100% feel that it ain't for kids. You as an adult, like.
Question: Do you think there was a lot of moms that came out when The Dark Knight came out and said that that movie should have been rated R? Do you think that movie was not for kids as well?
The Dark Knight?
The Heath Ledger Dark Knight, yeah.
Hell no, that shit wasn't for kids.
I don't know. See, because I was thinking about this recently. Well, my first, okay, how many people really died now? I know Two-Face died.
I don't know. I wasn't keeping track, but a lot of people died.
It was like
he was like blowing people up and shit.
The hospitals died, blew up.
People was all out of that hospital.
I'm just saying, things were going down. But the only reason why I say it wasn't necessarily for children, like I'd say 15 and up. Then again, I was raised where rated R. Like if you're 15 and up, watch rated R movies because your brain's developed. Understand right from wrong, you know what's real, what's not real. But like 8, 9, 10-year-olds are watching Joker go crazy. Like my nephew, he had seen Joker, he would have impersonated that shit. He would have thought it was cool to do that shit. And their brains are developed enough to know like you can't do that shit. You can't talk about like one of my nephews. Like his teacher called us out talking about we had to have a conversation because we talked about what's one thing you wish you could do, and he's like, hear me out. I just wish I could taste human flesh just to see if it's good. Because, he's like, I'm curious. Like, we eat chicken, we eat alligator, we eat everything else. who have never eaten humans.
That's actually very interesting.
And that's valid.
That's actually very
But-
interesting.
If he had seen that Joker movie at his age back then, like, I feel like he's very impressionable. Like, it's not for kids. I don't know. That's just how. That's just not for
We had to have a conversation. That's funny.
kids. And
If you were a teacher, how do you have that conversation with the child? I'd be like, nigga, what? What are you talking? Get the fuck out of my class. Go to the principal's office.
Right, you got to get out of here.
Hey, we got a serial killer. What are we talking
Right.
about?
And it's funny because his mom was telling us this story. And I'm like, I can see him saying this. Like when we go to the,
He was like, "Hear me out."
he's like, hear me out. He's like, it's gonna sound crazy, but hear me out. If I could try human meat just one time, and I can totally hear this little nigga saying this shit, bro. Like he's like, I just
bro,
want to see if it's good. I just want to see if it's good.
I completely understand.
Could you imagine everybody taking all the good ones before they get to you?
Everybody's talking about like, oh, I want to go to the moon, or I wish I could fly. Marcus is like, I just want to try human meat one time.
Oh man, I'm weak. I am so weak. Oh man.
He's cool. Yeah, though, man. I like the nigga. Hey, I was in this corner when I was also. She's like, can you believe this? I was like, honestly, I tried once, just to see, like, if you like just a little bit off. This dude's about to get murdered anyway. I just put some paprika on it. I just want to do it taste good. Do it taste like shit.
You are what you eat. Humans eat like shit.
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
You don't taste like a McDonald's.
No, but
But here,
also
I
worry-
understand that because I've had some crazy thoughts like that I won't say. I just don't say out loud.
yeah, you can't say that shit out loud.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about the in my opinion, the most epic Batman scene was when he was chasing the Penguin in the Batmobile. That shit was wild. But what I wanted to talk about was, did nobody see the dozens of people who died on that highway? Like, does he not get the blame for that? Batman or the Penguin? Whose fault is that? Because people died. Like, tankers exploded. People's cars ran underneath trucks. Like, people have died. Who takes that?
Did people really die?
Did people die, Rob? Or was I bad?
Honestly, I gotta watch that sequence again. That movie was very dark.
I mean, like, tankers were exploding. Like, everything.
There was a lot going on.
Over.
And
Like,
it was
you're not-
really dark. So I don't know.
When you say dark, you mean like visually dark? Like you couldn't see it with enough light?
Yes. But it was part of the aesthetic, which I don't mind.
Okay.
It was great. It was great.
Did you guys know Matthew McConaughey was in this movie?
Who was he?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
I don't know. I don't know then.
And
Margaret
J.K.
Robbie
Simmons.
is who? That's Quinn. Harley Quinn. She might not be in the movie. She might be coming up in the movie.
Oh, so yeah, the post-credit scene that we stayed for. Hey,
I want to see the shit, Rob. What's wrong with you?
Wait, what's wrong with that?
What is this?
It was just the actor who played the Joker in the movie.
I didn't know the Joker was in the movie.
You were there.
what are you talking about?
LA, you were there.
What are you talking about? He was definitely in the movie.
It could have been anybody.
Oh, you wow. You
Didn't Google it to confirm it?
no,
You
dog.
just assumed you're right.
LA.
That's what the whole
Stop.
thing is.
No,
You just say,
no.
The whole
No,
crowd let
no.
out the same sigh and laugh at the same time.
That doesn't mean
Tell
anything.
me that
That doesn't mean anything. No.
LA, who was it? Bane?
That confirms it. It could have been anybody. I don't know who it
You
is.
want to put money on this?
It could have been
Next,
anybody.
next movie, you want to put money on this?
What? It's too late now. It's already confirmed.
LA.
I just read it.
LA. Hold on.
Other what?
Officer, who is this?
I don't like spoilers. I like
They spoiled it
was
in the
not
movie.
spoiled. It's in the
It
movie.
was in the movie.
So that's why it's basically, right?
That's not.
Come on. I didn't know who the actor was. I didn't see his face. All I heard was a serious laugh in a Lucas riddle. That's all I heard.
You saw his face.
You saw his
didn't
face,
see
LA.
full face, but you
All
saw
right.
his face.
It was the same lighting the whole movie. It was the same lighting that was the whole movie. That's like saying you didn't see Batman in the movie.
Okay, go ahead and play it. Can we play the scene? Is there a way to do it?
Honestly, I could get it like a really shitty version so you guys can watch it. I won't show the audience.
It's fine. You don't have to do it.
I can get it real quick though. But I can show. I
No,
just
we good.
prove the point.
But I'm telling you,
All right.
another thing I wanted to say was after the movie, what I did look up was the post credit scene. If you stay for the post credit scene, which I suggest you do personally, even though a lot of people would say you shouldn't. And LA and the series was just arguing about Spider Man and Batman the whole time, which is you can't. Once again, how I open this, you can't compare it to at all.
LA was jumping around, screaming,
Fuck him.
yelling about Batman.
Because he's an idiot. He's an idiot. And he's wrong.
He said no, no.
Iron
You're
Man is
wrong.
He
You're
was.
wrong.
You really think Spider-Man's better than Batman?
Yeah,
Bro, he got a
Bro.
whole random chick in the conversation.
Yeah,
He's wrong.
she was like,
She was like, you didn't like this movie? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, you're tripping.
Right?
Yeah, sorry, was
He
tripping.
was-
Though.
Random chick number 2 even told him he was wrong. Oh, I'm tired of arguing. He had the audacity to wear a Spider-Man shirt to this movie. That's why I started grilling him about Spider-Man. I was like, you disrespectful for real.
Spider-Man was
That's
a
why-
roller coaster compared to this movie.
I like the second Spider-Man was dope. I liked it. I like that whole Mysterio thing. That I did not know what was happening.
I did not care for it.
That shit shook me.
It-
I was like,
I
woo.
told Sari this on the way back from the Batman. I was like, bro, my problem, and I told you this before. My problem with Spider-Man is that he brings it on himself so much. He brings everything on himself. He's a kid. He's a kid. I get that. The thing,
Everything is on himself.
you throw that in with the multiverse.
Problems are solved.
I don't like multiverse.
Problems are solved, Darren.
Problems are no, there's more problems than ever.
Batman? If there was Batman,
Talk about Batman?
yeah,
100%.
solved.
100%.
Like Iron Man, go here.
He's gonna close the multiverse and just say, "Hey, y'all get back over there. We're good."
But what
Oh,
other generalities do you know about the movie?
real quick, the post credit scene, because it's a quick glimpse in the link after they hint something else. I want to say the hint of something else, but I didn't go to that website.
Ruined everything else, so you might as well ruin this. Go ahead.
You gotta give him something, all
That
right?
niggas ain't shit.
Give him something, all right? But the website, that's interactive.
El Rata Glata.
Yeah, man, that's a good move.
I love the riddles in it. Like I didn't get all the riddles immediately.
Oh, bro, I got the first riddle from the jump. The first 2 or 3 from the jump.
Anyway, I didn't get all the riddles immediately, but like, looking at the context clues and like having Batman guide you, it was really cool. Like if you felt like you were really in a like a noir film. Like it was. I think maybe that's why they shot it in the dark, bro. Maybe to make it feel like a noir film.
A new age noir film.
Yeah, like it's how do you describe noir to Rob, to Darren?
Perry Mason.
There you go.
Harry Mason.
No.
No.
Dick Tracy.
No. I see what you're saying, but I don't understand what you're saying.
It's fine.
But what I will say is, it made me feel like it was a video game down there. You were sorry, trying to figure out, but you had like a glimpse in of what.
Interactive.
I'm glad you said that because
It made me feel like a video game.
I'm glad you say that because I saw a lot of different aspects of different movies and comic books. I saw I saw the comic book references. I saw Christopher Nolan movie references. I saw Jack Nicholson references. I saw video game references. The way they shot some certain scenes, specifically the fight scenes. That's why I got the video game references from the not references, but what do you call them? I don't know. Suggestions for the movie to make the movie better. I don't know.
I still think it's stupid how Batman won't kill people, but hey, to each their own.
It's part of the character.
What do you mean? I think Batman would have a
Batman.
lot.
So you know why he doesn't kill people? He says if he kills one person, let's say he kills the Joker, he's gonna kill everybody.
And that makes sense. And he probably should kill everybody. But just personally,
But who is
I
he to
would-
play God though? LA.
put an end to this shit. Like I'm tired of seeing these dudes out here every weeks. But
Out of Arkham again.
LA, who's he to play God?
I get it. I just wish he would kill like 2 people a week. That's all. Just
You trying to create mass murder? I gotta take you.
let the Joker be like, I'll take a week off. Like let him think about it every once in a while. But I enjoyed the choreography, like you were saying. I liked how Batman wasn't like, I don't want to say he was invincible in like the Christopher Nolan ones, but like this one you really saw like they really gave you Batman. Like in all the other movies you get Bruce Wayne and then Batman. But like you get Batman in this movie.
That's something that I peeked by like halfway through the movie. I was like, bruh, he's more Batman than anybody.
He's Batman.
Like
Before he's Bruce Wayne. Like he does the Batman shit.
Batman.
He's out here in the streets, knuckled up, punching motherfuckers in the face. Sometimes 2 times in the face.
He was 95% of this movie he was Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's what makes it a great film too.
he was Batman. I think they did good.
Yeah,
Also,
it wasn't Bruce Wayne's story.
I like the
Well-
references to the. I like that he's super young in his career. They made multiple references to this being like the second year of him being Batman.
Yeah.
And I think another reason they made the movie so long is because he's not really a detective yet. You saw multiple times in the movie, multiple different clues that he was struggling, trying to figure this out. And honestly,
I think they did that to show that Alfred was so integral to him.
so what?
But to show that Alfred was so integral to what he did, like,
Oh yeah,
because
definitely.
Alfred was definitely helping him get through shit. But go on.
But I think he was struggling with some of the clues and stuff and some of the detective work. So I think it just shows after this movie he's gonna probably dive into like more studying being a detective, studying like Sherlock Holmes, studying forensics, things like that. Like just like a deeper dive into it and gets better at that, and that's how he becomes the detective that we know and love. Because of this case right here. And I think this really shows that off.
Ra's al Ghul, or does he like?
We don't know. We didn't see anything. They
We
can
don't-
completely cover that in a different movie if they wanted to.
But what I'm saying, though, did he already do that training? Now that he's back.
So here's the thing: they put out a audio book. They have a book that came out before the movie. It's supposed to be like prefacing the movie.
Yeah.
I'm like only read the listen to the first chapter, so I don't know. So they might cover it in that. But he's like 17 when the book starts. I think he's like 20 something, mid-20s in this. So
Okay. So you got some time to cover. That's wild. I'm excited to see this.
I really like this movie. It was really
The other
good.
movies too.
What do you guys think of the Riddler, specifically the character, the actor, how you portrayed it?
I wouldn't have any expectations. I didn't know what to expect. I know like the cartoon dude with like the question marks all on him. Was that Enigma I'm thinking of?
No, you're thinking
I think that's what it
that's actually
is. Is that Enigma? Oh. But
Enigma or something like that.
I didn't have
Edward
any
Nygma.
expectations,
Enigma.
but I think it was fantastic. Like the meticulousness that was thrown into these riddles, the planning, and everything else. Like it was fair. I enjoyed it.
Spiritual callback.
So yeah, everything coming back full circle. That was wild. He did a great job. Like when he was talking to Batman inside of the Arkham, and he's like dropping clues and stuff. He's like, "Wait, you didn't? I thought you were smarter than that." Like he really like put Batman. Like Batman didn't know what was going on at one point. Like
I
my dude
feel like he didn't know what was going on in that whole movie. I think he was on his toes that whole movie.
Yeah,
like just chasing. He was like a dog chasing the car that whole movie.
but
That's,
like
they.
who's calling us?
That's the thing about it. As much as the directors give you from like the standpoint of like maybe you'll see a crime happen, they they don't they put you in just as much confusion still, just as in the audience. Like there's no point in the audience where you like I got the answer. I think I got the answer 100%, and because they're going to throw something else at you where you're like, oh yeah, I'm thrown off too. Yeah, I'm just here for the ride at this point. Like there was so many points where I'm like, okay, I think I got the answer. Nah,
I just want to sit down and wait.
and then it was just like, you know what? This is too much for me to solve. If he can't figure it out, I know damn well.
I know I can't figure this shit
It's
out.
gonna take me some time. So I'm gonna watch this whole film.
I like
I like
Commissioner
that,
Gordon was pretty down to earth this time. He was willing to take one for Batman in this movie. He was a ride or die for Batman.
For Batman,
Yeah, that was dope.
What do you think about the costume, the outfit?
For who? Batman?
Riddler.
For Riddler? I didn't really understand. What was he? Just like it looked like a domination that he had on. I just didn't understand it completely. Maybe I was supposed to like watch the trailer for it to be more prepared, but I didn't really understand what was going on. But I loved how they made it modern with Riddler and how he was using social media and he was using the internet, cell phones, and technology. Like the thumb drive thing, top tier, bro.
The way he explained it at the end, and I'm sorry, but this is the way he explained it. And if you just know the characters at this point, you know it. Batman only has 2 or 3, maybe 4 characters who are just super OP with the hands or just super strong or some shit. He knows, dog. I'm up here. He's like, I'm up here. I'm not this. I'm up here.
Brain.
I could put everything together for all of this. I think they did the greatest job of showing like exactly what you said with who you said social media or Rob said social media. When he went to talk to his followers, you felt that he's not this villainous person. He's a normal person who just
people wanted because they felt that.
Exactly. He's just normal.
He was fucking up the city because people wanted to fuck up the city with him.
Bro.
Everybody was mad. All that. Remember when we were talking about all that grime, all that anger, all that angst, all that darkness you could feel in this movie? He brought that shit out. It was at that what do they call it? Powder? It was like a powder keg, just pressured, waiting for something to go off.
I said this on podcast. I said this multiple times at this point. I think they did a great job of you don't know who the villain is because of the mystery going on. You truly don't know who the villain is. Is it mafia? Is it the city officials? Is it the Riddler? Is it the Penguin? Like you just never. There's so many points where you're just like, are all these people really bad, or is there just such a blurred line of bad and good that you really don't know what the fuck? Even Catwoman at one point, you're like, yo, she's good. But then you're like, if she does that, she turns into a different person. Like, and we will all look at you as a different person.
But that's what the city is, though. The city changes everybody. It makes everybody go to their darkest place.
Completely. I think it's because we're seeing it from the perspective of Batman, and he doesn't know who to trust or who the bad guy is. I think that's why everybody has their times. Like when he's rocking.
Don't you think that's another thing with the city, though? Like if you think about if you go to like a New York, if you move to New York, which is probably be a cool thing, but you don't know who to trust immediately if you're in a city. Like that's ultimately what a person who's a vigilante has to go through. Who do you trust?
Batman is arguing part of the city through. He was raised, born here. This is his city. He's trying to redeem the city.
From his perspective,
you gotta remember
everybody else's perspective, he's Bruce Wayne. He's a rich kid. You don't own this city.
He's not.
No, Darren, you're wrong. He does own the city. He's the prince of the city. Remember when they said, "Hey, it's the prince of Gotham"?
But
they had a big impact on that city.
But 48 laws of power. You're not a prince of the city if you can't walk through your own city. It's the fact. It's the facts. It's just how it is.
I think in this movie they're saying Bruce Wayne's a recluse. He doesn't want to be seen going out. Blah blah blah. But we saw in this movie it's 95 tons Batman. So I mean, he is walking through the streets. He
wasn't Bruce Wayne a lot. He was Bruce Wayne like 5% of the movie. That one time he had to pull up on.
Whenever he was Bruce Wayne, I had to legitimately question when they cut away from him. Was he Batman or was he Bruce Wayne?
I think
legitimately question like which one is he at a certain point.
I had the same thought because when he takes off the armor, I think he's putting on an outfit. Like when he's Bruce Wayne, I think that's his outfit. But he's Batman inside. Like I honestly, he felt uncomfortable as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Yeah, when that car came through and like he was going to help the kid, like I felt like that's what he was like. You saw him looking around like, where is this dude? He found him. He's like, that shit was.
He just wanted to fit the pot.
He felt that shit was about to happen. But before we go too far in that, I want to talk about, because I'm a nerd, the technology in this movie. Everybody's seen Batman with the crazy technology. This dude's got a plane. He got the satellite that the Justice League uses and shit. But let's talk about the technology in this movie. Let's compare it to maybe something.
We start with the biggest one.
What's the biggest one? The Batmobile.
Let me tell you straight up. Another thing that me and Sari got an argument about. This is a 20-minute long ride conversation at this point.
I argued with him about this is it.
He was like, the Batmobile was weak compared to the last one. I'm like,
it's the original Batmobile.
I was like, I kind of see what you're saying because the last one was a tank.
Yeah.
I was like, but that thing was also very unrealistic because there was times where that thing would go stealth mode and you like cops will drive right past it and not see it.
That was super technology though, right? That's what I'm saying. Like,
you understand? This one is much more like.
Is it because that man was fighting aliens? Is that maybe what it was? That Batman had to fucking match with Marvel and fight extraterrestrials.
Doesn't fight that, but I'm just saying.
Okay, not in that movie, but he also was doing it when he met up with Superman, right?
No, Superman.
But what I'm saying is that technology was similar in those movies, right? Was it not similar in those movies?
Yeah, you got a point there.
That was
if he's talking about
linear technology. He made
but-
technology to take Superman down. Like if Superman came out,
they brought him back to being a little bit more realistic of a car. As soon as I saw those tires on the road, I was like, "Oh man, yeah, They gave
it a 5-minute introduction, revving the engine.
Yeah.
I got goosebumps. I was like, this nigga about to go bananas.
Right.
Yeah, but like it didn't have the autopilot, it didn't have all the extra stuff, you know, in the Batmobile. But like his suit, his suit definitely was that Batman suit. Like this dude was taking 12 gauges and still kicking you through the wall. Like, but you know when he took off the suit and he went back home, like, you definitely saw that man had welts in him. He was bleeding internally. Like he really did this shit. He really wanted to protect his city, and I respected that for him. I respected him for that.
Yes, bro. He was.
Let's talk about something he didn't have. We didn't see the boomerang, right? The boomerang.
Until the end.
But he definitely had the.
Put it off his chest. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
This whole time, he just pulled it off his chest and said, I was like, what?
That was dope. He had the little grappling hook that he flew up in. Yeah. One thing that was dope, he had the skydiving suit. That was dope.
I thought, please, yeah.
That was dope.
That was fun.
What else did he have? His bike was kind of weak. It was a normal bike, but you know,
for the most part, he used that bike more so as a.
You talking about this one?
Human.
Yeah,
that shit was too crazy. That's
just too much coming down the streets. Like you're causing chaos. This is what's unrealistic about this picture. They got this being in one lane. That's not real. He's taking up at least a lane and then a lane and a half.
I like that shit though. That tank was hot.
Who don't?
You can't tell me you don't like this car. This car is
shit was hot. That was that American muscle, baby. He turned a Charlie into a Batmobile.
Bro. I was like, bro, this thing got a jet engine in the back. What the hell?
Yeah, that shit's hot.
Yeah. Bro, he's getting anywhere in the city quicker than anybody.
I loved it. One thing I also want to know, like, who in this new Batman is creating his technology? Is he doing it?
Yeah, is it him or
It's
is
supposed
it
to
Al?
Lucius Fox. Lucius Fox, whatever his name is.
Lucius Fox is making it in the new movie as well.
I think so. Why not?
Yeah,
Watch it be like Michael B. Jordan or somebody.
What's it called before the movie? And it shows other movies. The trailers. The Lego Batman. That had me weak. They said something like whoever Morgan Freeman played. I was like, what? I was like,
It wasn't Lego Batman, Darren. It was
whatever
that
it was.
super. It was that Pets movie.
Yeah, it's funny though.
oh yeah, you're right. My fault.
Lucius Fox ain't gonna be in this new one.
That's hilarious.
No, he wasn't in this movie. He wasn't in there at all.
Also, speaking about another trailer, I know I'm getting off track. That Elvis movie, I hate that that's going to be a good one. That was the first thing I said. I was like, yo, this is going to be a good one.
But it showed at the beginning of the trailer. Him stealing it from black people though. Is that gonna make you happy?
I don't know.
It did.
Nah.
I saw the trailer.
I don't know.
It shows at the beginning of the movie him stealing it from black people.
Oh,
Because all the black people were like, "Ooh, this white people can dance. Let's teach how to dance better." Then he ran off and made a bunch of money doing it. Then the rest of the movie, I guarantee you, they're gonna cover it in the first 10 minutes of the movie, and then they're never gonna touch it again.
Never touch it again.
That's
how
great
he was.
Then be out.
No. Give them what they want to hear so they can shut up.
Hit them with a jab and just get out. Reset.
It's gonna be a good movie though. I promise you that.
Oh, it's gonna be fantastic. They've been killing the biopics lately. Oh no, these musicians. They did the Bohemian Rhapsody one. Those guys.
Yo, Queen, that was a really good one.
They did Queen. They did who's the gay guy? He's like from England.
Elton John.
Elton John. Yeah, they did him.
Rocket Man. I didn't watch it either.
Isn't Snoop about to come up with one soon?
I don't know. Hopefully.
Nah.
I feel like Darren said that to me or something.
Nah.
All right. What else do we want to talk about this movie?
I want to talk about the recording context he had. That shit was dope.
Oh yeah, the technology, stolen technology.
Yeah.
But that was probably my favorite part of his whole technology.
Like how
that context?
Yeah, like how different would the movie have been if he didn't have that?
Oh, bro.
Would he have been able to solve any of these ciphers or riddles if he didn't have it?
He couldn't even see what Catwoman was saying. Didn't have that.
I'm just saying, like how would the greatest detective alive been able to solve that without the context? I think that was I like that piece of technology, that little small thing. I think it made such a big deal in that movie. And like if he generated that, if he created that, if he made the system to do that, like that's the Batman, baby. Like props to the Batman. Like I don't know. It's little things that get me. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I think my biggest question for y'all, because I know my point when I was like, oh my goodness, y'all got me for the rest of this movie. When I think it was problematic. What point in the movie was that for y'all? We gonna leave it after that.
When I was what? When you said what?
Where y'all was like, oh shit, this is about to be a good ass movie. Like, oh shit.
At what point?
It was the beginning. When he straddled it for me, when I was afraid. When he started knocking his head, I was like, yo, what did he do to you? Who are you? Why are you doing this?
So honestly, Darren, mine was I told my roommate that I was gonna check at the 2 hour mark how I'm feeling. I checked at the 2 hour mark. I was like, bro, I'm still here for the ride. So I was like, at that moment, I knew I was like, okay, I knew the movie was fire because I wasn't tired yet, and it was a 3 hour movie. I was still like, they still had my attention.
Still had, and I fall asleep in every movie I go to. Fact.
He cuddled up and everything.
I tried to go to sleep. I was there like
he was about to be out. I thought he was about to be out.
They had me the whole time. I was like, I tried to go to sleep.
Right when you had like something big had happened. You was like everybody. It was one of those like it got your attention. It was one of those it got your attention. So even if you did, you was like, oh wait, what?
Hold the fuck up. They must have had a steady group of niggas just like me. And they was like, okay, every 3 minutes we need to put something there for them.
Oh, y'all got me.
Yeah, they had my attention. Let me tell you, that shit. If you want to go waste 2.5 hours on something amazing, that's what I would strongly suggest.
So I have another question for you guys. What do you think about the fact that Riddler went for a flood? What do you guys think he was going for? Because I saw biblical references with that. Well, like no,
Start everything new.
That's what I was seeing.
I feel like the Riddler,
but in the context of the movie, and in context for what this series might be starting for WB, this might be them starting anew again.
So the flood, the biblical reasons or text was where Moses put all the two of each animal on the boat, and the flood came, wiped everything in the world away, and came back in like a week or something.
Yeah,
is that what you're referring to when you say biblical?
Yes. So I think he was trying to quote unquote
Signify
do the same thing to Gotham City.
Okay,
That's the Riddler.
to reborn Gotham City, to reform it. Okay. And that would make sense because he was making references to the sins of the father and stuff like that. So I mean, as such a smart man, I would believe he was religious, but that is a powerful. That's a powerful way to give an image. I can't argue that.
I think he was just trying to provide the real change that the city needed.
No,
From his point.
he told Batman. He said you can't stop it, right? Like he was thinking that so he was referring to the flood. You can't stop the flood. He already planned it out, right? But I did wonder about why he chose a flood. Like like people can always get to higher ground. Why flood? Oh, that's right. Because he had the people all in the one spot where there was. Okay, no. I think he was just going to wipe everything out and let anarchy take power, take over. To be honest, I don't think. Now that I'm remembering, I don't think he had any biblical reference to it because he was going to take everybody out with those dudes with guns, right? Right. They're all going to get wiped away by those mercenaries or whoever the social media people were.
The dude, you talking about the end of the movie?
Yeah, end of the movie.
Those were social media followers.
So like, I don't think it was a biblical, reference. I think it was more just a strategic way to get everybody in the city to one place to wipe them out. And then once the flood was gone, nobody would be around to stop the people from going crazy, and he'd just walk right out of Arkham.
Oh, I'm not talking from like a tactical standpoint. I'm just talking about like as like a metaphor.
Oh, I was taking it literally.
Yeah,
that's good. That'd be good.
I think they're starting WB over, so you think they're going to have the new Spider-Man or new Superman, my fault, Wonder Woman, all that stuff for this? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm not saying. I'm saying this is the starting of a new Batman.
Yeah, I can see that. I can agree with that.
Now, I'm not sure. I doubt they'll do anything with like put like Superman and stuff in this universe. I hope they don't do that. I hope they keep this like as its own thing. Because that's another conversation I want to get into real quick.
You can't be Marvel that way.
There's no reason they shouldn't. Warner Brothers can't have two separate Batman movies doing two separate things that don't coexist with each other at the same time. There's no reason we can't have for example, Robert Pattinson Batman over here doing his solo Batman series and Ben Affleck and Justice League.
Because
doing something completely separate.
Ben Affleck is done being Batman.
That was just an example. I'm not saying that he has to be Ben Affleck. I'm just saying,
even if it wasn't Ben Affleck.
Okay,
there's no reason they shouldn't be able to have two Batmans at the same time. You don't have to come out the same year.
Here's the problem.
Because we want a good Batman.
Let's say if one of them joins Superman, Wonder Woman, and all of that some which way, right? There's always not this new Aquaman, not the new Wonder Woman. Like they will have to create a whole new universe around, right? there will always be a question of, damn, this actor is a better actor than that actor. He should be playing that Superman, or he should be playing that Batman, and that one should be playing that.
Unless they have a multiverse in DC, then that would make sense. What Rob's saying, there could be two different Batman.
No, absolutely not.
That would make sense.
No,
Because then they can bring Watchmen back and explain everything with that.
They don't need. They don't need. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they need to cross universes. I'm saying that they just need to have their own separate thing. They do it in the comic books all the time. They have like the regular Batman series. Then they might have like an all-star Batman book.
So you're saying they stay true to the comics?
There's no reason. I'm saying there's no reason they shouldn't be able to do that.
I agree with Rob. There is no reason they should be able to do it.
agree that they shouldn't be. There's no reason they should. What Rob was saying, but not the multiverse thing.
Okay, well, let's just say we have this Batman that's inside of the Justice League Batman, and that's fine. They do their little adventures, but then the Batman is still doing his thing in Gotham 2.8.
Yeah, and Matt Reeves is doing this. You get whoever you
They never coexist.
They never coexist.
100%.
Except for that one movie where we have
No, LA, no. They don't coexist.
No, they don't. They don't interact with each other. They can't because that's too much.
There's not a Batman comic where multiple Batmans work together.
No.
Yes, but that's not the point.
Is there one, Rob?
Well, have you watched Justice League the animated series?
Yeah.
Batman went back in time. They went to the future, and he met Batman from Batman Beyond, and he met his older version of himself. That's three Batman in one.
So we can do that in real life.
No, we cannot.
But there's no need to do that right now.
There is no need.
Because here's my problem. It seems that the only thing Warner Brothers can make well are Batman movies.
Yeah.
They did a good way. They didn't do the Wonder Woman movie?
The second one sucked. And the first one was solid. But the second one was horrible.
Give them the first one.
I get Wonder Woman mixed up with Justice League a lot, though.
In the last Justice League wasn't bad. The 4-hour one isn't bad. You're tripping.
But the theoretical release was horrible. Wasn't good.
It was good. Sure.
I don't know. I still have to watch that movie. So
which one? The 4-hour one? You should watch it. The Zack Snyder one. You should watch.
I tried.
Even if you watch it like in chunks, watch it like 2 hours at a time.
2 hours, and then I was salty because I thought I was playing it again, but I ended up watching the regular one. I was like, this shit look real familiar. And I watched the whole movie. I was like, damn, 4 hours went by that fast. I was like, nope, 2.5 nigga.
Oh, not Tommy.
I'm never finishing this movie.
I have more questions for you guys. How'd you guys think of? So first of all, do you guys know who Matt Reeves is? Have you seen any Matt Reeves movies before this?
What movies has he made?
He's famous for he did the Planet of the Apes movies, the recent
I
series.
enjoyed those movies, yeah.
He did, and he's also famous for doing Chronicle.
Chronicles with Michael B. Jordan?
I think he might be in it. Don't quote me.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Never heard.
Chronicles is a good movie.
It's
They get like
really good.
Superpowers, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
I think Darren would actually really like that movie if you watch
This
it.
movie was dope, Darren. You would have loved it. Like I felt in this movie. Do new magic card tricks. It was dope. You should watch Complex. You should watch it.
I'll check it out.
And
it came out when we graduated, I think.
Yeah, 2012.
Around time after we graduated. It was a dope movie.
But he did those movies. So LA, knowing that he did that, how do you feel about Matt Reeves after watching this movie?
How do I feel about him?
Yeah, how do you feel that he's directed?
I think he did a superb job.
His catalog just went crazy.
I think did they say Chronicle 2's coming out? That would be wild. I think he's doing a very good job. What did he do besides Chronicle? You said something else?
He did the Planet of the Apes trilogy, the new one.
I think he is doing a fantastic job, from what I've seen at least, taking comic book source material and making it live action and relatable. I think he's doing a superb job.
He painted a world of Batman. I guess we didn't see coming.
Like, even when Batman was doing his monologuing in the beginning, when that dude was being attacked by the throne, like I felt it, bro. Like, Batman was really out here struggling. And people are like, they see this bat sign shit in the air. That's for me to come help. But when they see this shit in the air, They're afraid because they don't know what about to come at them.
You know
They
what?
don't know if I'm coming at this dark tunnel, this dark alley, or if I'm behind that door.
They think I'm in the shadows.
And you know
He
what
said,
you know what that monologues, those monologues when he was just talking to like in his journal to the audience. You know what those
Yeah.
reminded me of? It
What?
reminded me of like Frank Miller writing like Year One and stuff, and those monologues.
It just
It just
it was
hits.
very powerful. I liked it. It was very like it
shows-
drew the perfect picture of what Batman stood for at that time.
Oh, one more. I know what I want to talk about too. You guys know who Colin Farrell is?
I do know Colin Farrell.
Yeah, they did.
So
not
he
make
played Penguin in this movie.
Was that Colin Farrell?
Yes,
That's
He
what
wouldn't-
everybody's been saying.
it would never guess it.
That isn't the Colin Farrell I know though.
This is Colin Farrell.
I thought Colin Farrell was a different dude.
This is Colin Farrell as Penguin. What am I
Makeup. That's what they.
Wow.
You gotta clap it up for makeup.
How do they do that?
Makeup artist
They did a job.
before. I mean, it's just incredible.
And I love that they put him inside of there as Detective Gordon because I love him even from Westworld. My man
Did a great job.
did a great job.
Everybody did.
They really. I wonder how many hours that took. That's insane. Good for him.
Nah, he probably put in like a good 2-3 hours every day.
Man, he was going, I got you, crazy. I got you. And you know what? He brought a comedic like atmosphere to a dark movie. And I wouldn't have expected that from him. But it like Batman would put him against the glass, or with the glass behind him. Like, whoa, chill out, sweetheart, hold on. You know, like
Oh.
Me.
I gotta
you
talk about
know.
my favorite part of the movie real quick before we end
What was
this.
it?
My favorite part is when earlier, remember we were talking about the guy with the bomb around his neck?
Yeah.
My favorite part of the movie, I think, was after the second question. He asked him like, "How much money did you launder from whatever fund, or whatever?" And homie said $10,000.
No, he was asking how much was it for him to turn a blind eye.
Oh yeah. And he said $10,000. And Batman asked him another question after that, and homie was like, "Bro, he didn't ask me all that."
He's like, that wasn't there.
He said, "Bro, he didn't ask me all that. Chill out with that."
Bro, you got a
I got 30 seconds to live. I need to know this
you
next
got a bomb around my neck and you want to answer questions? I'm answering every question you spit at me.
Only you, not Batman.
But no, that's a good point because like Batman, like this dude was asking him riddles and he didn't understand the riddles, and Batman was giving him the answers. Like, yo, this is what you got to tell him these things, and he wasn't doing it. Like that shit. Like right before the bomb went off, like Batman's in his face, like talk. I'm like, yo, Batman's about to die, and that shit went off. Oh man,
Bro, when that scene happened, when he was going back,
That's
that's when I jumped. I was like, yo,
You
I was like,
jumped?
oh my god. Bro, I don't know how y'all didn't
I feel
notice
like
it.
you were so still that whole
It was like
movie.
a legitimately like I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh,
got B man.
bro. I was like, yeah.
It was dope. They just had a lot of things going on that I thoroughly enjoyed. I can't recall everything. Like when I got home, I tried to write shit down so I could remember, but it was just hard. There was too much.
Definitely
So
right.
many great references, though, bro. So many great
You can
references.
go on Tuesday and watch it for $5.
Yeah,
Go rewatch
Hey,
it.
you want to go? If you guys want to go in the morning, I'm down.
I might.
I don't get off work till 5:36.
Oh damn, I go to work at 4.
I might go.
I was thinking about just going at like 10 a.m. Tuesday morning for $5.
That's what I'm thinking. I gotta go. I want to know like this suit, like the Dark Knight suit, where no one could take his hat off and see who he was. Because like dude, it was all technologically, yeah. But this dude was getting blasted by everything, and he was still covering his face, but it's everything though. Like shrapnel getting through. This dude got hit by a grenade.
You remember when, bro? He took a shotgun to the chest. You remember
Easy.
that? Bro? I was like, what the hell, bro? He took a shotgun to the
He hit
chest.
himself with? Was that adrenaline? Because he hit himself and that nigga went to 20.
So I think it might be
I was
like
oh,
it might be like the first form of Venom. That's what I was thinking. 'Cause you know Venom's like a steroid.
Right. You might be right. Yeah.
So maybe it's like a early version of it that he has, and he's gonna get rid of it, and Bane gets it somehow or some crazy, and they're gonna make big ass
makes sense.
Bane. That would be crazy.
That is that an Easter egg, maybe?
That's what I saw. That's what I thought immediately.
Ooh.
He turned around on Gordon.
That
Bro,
nigga hit
because
that shit.
the way he was beating his ass, they have a
I
whole
was
comment
like,
dedicated
oh,
to
bruh.
it.
I was like, yeah, everybody.
Batman
in
goes
play.
on steroids and he just becomes dumb, and he's just a brute and just starts beating the fuck out of people.
What was the one game that had it rage and all but it was like anybody could get it in the game. Like if you just your player would just go on this like crazy trance where you can try to hit them and then you just go walk right through it and just put hands on you. It was ridiculous.
I have another question for you guys.
This was
Would
was
if
wrong.
you guys two things. First, would you guys subscribe to Riddler's Twitch channel?
No.
And second, would you guys go kill the mayor for Riddler?
no.
Well, hold on. Do I have to kill her, or do I have to say I'm gonna go and you just give me money?
Oh no,
'Cause I thought
you don't get paid. You're doing this out of like.
Oh no, fuck it. I got shit to do.
But you guys want to subscribe to the
He was trying
to the Twitch
survive
channel?
the flood.
but if I was living in mass poverty and I felt neglected by my officials and I was watching the news where this man was exposing the problems in our city, maybe I would have felt like it was the patriotic thing to do to take our city back. But I don't know, man. That's deep.
Nah. But what I will say, for people who are brave enough to go to that website, Rob looked at it, and
What's it called?
I
Reddit
don't-
Tana?
yeah, right or whatever. And I think it just brings up riddles, but I'm not too sure.
You want to do some riddles on the podcast?
I don't know if I can even get one right now, but we can
Darren
practice.
said that he got all of them, so he knows.
I don't. Come on, bro. That first one was too easy.
He got them all. He knows.
Lies. Come on.
No, I've never seen a dead man. Upstanding citizen. This is funny. What the fuck is this?
Exactly. This is the same thing I was looking at. I was like, I have no idea where to go.
This picture?
I think we might have to decipher it or something.
Do you remember that code that
Uh,
Alfred?
Uh,
I think it's that.
I don't know. Turn it upside down. Is there? What is? I don't know how to read.
I don't know how to
this.
do that, honestly.
Did they give you anything on the other page before we go to this page?
Hold on.
What's in the page? The tab to the left of this tab that's open. Click for reward. It is not loading anything. What happens if you click anywhere else on the screen? Nothing. Mm-mm. I don't know, man.
I wonder if this decipher tells you like where.
It's just a JPEG.
Next episode we're gonna have to have somebody on YouTube break this down.
It says it's not over yet. .jpeg. What's not over yet? When you refresh this page, refresh the other page.
This one?
Yeah, refresh it and see what happens.
I think you're talking about the JPEG card.
Huh?
About the JPEG card.
Car? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I'm just trying to read what it says. Click on anything in this one before it's finished. Nothing happens.
No.
All right, you know what? Somebody on YouTube break this down. And
No.
This
This
is a
came
video?
out like probably like a week or 2, 3 weeks before the movie came out.
Yeah.
So apparently this fight has been out and people have already like done them.
Huh. And when you click for reward, what happens? Same
This
thing.
is the JPEG thing.
Hmm.
So do you guys want to watch it real quick? We can
Sure.
like check it out the recording and just stream it.
What up?
sure.
All right, then we're going in the recording. So thank you guys for tuning in to this week's episode of the Purple Pill Podcast. You guys should tune into the stream because then you guys get to see a stream after and before the show. So do that. Peace out. See you guys next time.
Do that.